All right, back at the table. Dad's got a new one for us. And this one, I don't even know how to set it up. It's a cottage, little yellow one. Quiet garden, smoke from the chimney. Cozy, peaceful, you know the vibe. But that's only half of it. The other half is what's underneath. Yeah, that's the build. Here's something I love about this kind of build, the cross-section. Cutting a thing in half so you can see both sides at once. Which is, actually, a really old idea. Leonardo da Vinci was doing this in the 1500s, drawing bodies with the skin peeled back, inside and outside on the same page. Same instinct, just with a house instead of a body. There's this British illustrator, Stephen Beastie, did whole books like this. Castles, ships, the Titanic. Cut clean in half. Every deck, every room, every tiny person doing their thing. I had one of those books when I was a kid. Used to just stare at it for hours. There's something about being able to see everything at once. Watching him build this one was different. I don't know. He'd work on the top for a while, little cottage, fence, the well. Then he'd flip the whole thing over and work on the underneath. Two worlds that had to fit together. And you could tell he was thinking about how they connect. Where the rope from the well drops down into the basement, where the light gets in from above. He doesn't say any of it out loud. He never does. But you can see it in the way he pauses right before he glues something down. Something about making things at this scale. Cross-sections are harder than regular dioramas. Because you're not just building one thing, you're building the seam between two. What you see and what's usually hidden. Every wall you cut open, you have to think about the other side. What furniture, what lighting, what tiny creature is living in the corner where nobody would ever look. Nobody would ever look. But Dad puts it there anyway. Because if the tiny thing isn't there, the room feels wrong, even if you can't quite say why. That's the whole trick with this kind of work. Most of it you'll never notice. You'll just feel it. So here's something that stuck with me. Queen Mary of England, the one from the 1920s, had a doll's house built for her. It's still at Windsor Castle. 60,000 tiny objects inside it. Running water, working elevators, a miniature library with real books. Kipling and Conan Doyle actually wrote tiny stories for it, by hand. Hundreds of craftsmen, years of work, for a house nobody would ever live in. Which sounds crazy, until you realize people have been doing this for 400 years, making tiny houses, filling them with tiny lives. I think we just really want to see what's inside things. That's it. That's the whole story. I don't really know how to end this one either. Every house has an underneath. The wiring, the pipes, the stuff you don't think about until it breaks. And then there's the other kind of underneath, the stuff that's hiding, the things people don't show you. Maybe that's why this build hits different. It shows both. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Made by Dad. That's the whole thing.